Welcome to Yakabout. In this episode, we're going to be exploring the beautiful Mallacoota region in eastern Victoria. We're going to target some estuary species, some bream, maybe a flatty, even an estuary perch. We are up in the top lake trying to escape the wind, so there may be a few EPs around the area. We'll try a combination of soft plastics and hard bodies, and see if we can't escape a little bit of this wind. Apologies if there's a bit of wind interference on the microphone, but just going to head up around this arm, see if we can find a spot that's a bit sheltered, and as always, just got a little hard body out the back as we move along this edge. Only about 1 metre deep, so a little shallow diving chubby I've got, little atomic bream lure. Might pick up a bonus fish along the way. So we got a little flatty. Have a look at that. Beautiful little fish. Hit that little atomic hard body. There we go. Not a bad fish actually. We'll get this lure out of him and we'll take a closer look. Alright, we're going to let this guy go. So we'll just swim him for a bit here in the net, and when he's ready, he'll swim away. Off he goes. Beauty. See you next time, mate. Tell your friends. Maybe your mum. Well, I've decided to make a call regarding this wind. Now the arms of the lake here just kind of becoming a wind tunnel, so if there's a pocket away from the wind, as soon as you get a gust it comes in anyway. So without an anchor, without being able to anchor up in a cove and sort of flick the area, things aren't great. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a troll around. We picked up like one little flatty on the troll. We might get a tailor, we might get another flatty, we might get a bream. So yeah, it just seems to be the most effective way to fish the area. So I guess, yeah, when conditions aren't ideal, you have to improvise a little. So that's what we're doing, trying to adapt. So a couple of different hard bodies out, and we'll just work up and down, work up this left side of the bank first, have some lunch somewhere up ahead, and then we'll come back down. Hopefully we'll pick up a couple more fish along the way. We're on again. Similar sized fish, I think. Again, another little flatty, about the same as the last one. Maybe a touch bigger. But the trolling seems to be fairly effective. Wow. Got him in just in time, I think. Check that leader, because just check this leader because the line was wrapped around his sort of gill spike there, but I think we got away with one, so that's good. Yeah, always check your leaders, especially when catching fish like flatties and tailor, etc., where they've got sort of raspy teeth. So yeah, just get this other line in, and I'll give you a better look at this guy, and let him swim away as well. Got the lip grips on the last one, because this one, sorry, because the last one kind of got me a little bit on the thumb, so it's taking a bit more care. It's probably better for him too. Sort of got just over 30, maybe 33. Might give him a quick measure. Yeah, about that. And yeah, not a bad fish. Okay, I think we picked up another little flatty here. Get on the troll. A few of these sort of sandy little, oh no, it's a bit of silver flash. So a little tay-tay. Might as well pull up on the bank here, seeing as though that's where we're going. And we'll unhook this guy before we get tangled in our other line. You probably noticed that I wear gloves when I'm out in the yak. There's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, it's just that extra bit of protection from the sun. You don't want to get skin cancers. Just let this guy go. Yeah, mate. Second of all, when you're targeting flathead, I tend to always get spiked by them. So there's that, and when tailor are a bycatch, they tend to go a bit crazy when you try to get the hook out. So any sort of protection that stops a treble going into your hand, especially when you're out here on your own, yeah, it's something I could recommend. Fingerless, so you can still tie your knots and what have you, but yeah, just that sort of extra layer and that extra peace of mind. Just pulling up for a spot of lunch here. A couple of little fish, as you saw. Nothing massive, but given the windy conditions today, sort of 45 knot winds forecast, any fish today is a bonus. So I've just pulled up on a lovely little spot, as out of the wind as I can get, and it's like my own little private beach here. Got my little lunch bag, and I'm going to have a little rest and have a feed. Okay, just while we're pulled up here having some lunch, I thought I'd just go over the basics of our outfits that we're using today. First of all, we've got a little Shimano Sienna 1000 with 8-pound braid on there, and it's on a little Shimano Raider 1 to 4 kilo soft plastic. It's an Ian Miller soft plastic, but on that we've just got this little atomic hard body, a nice little rattle, kind of looks like a mullet. And so it's not a bad little bass imitation as well for the fresh, and yeah, it's got a decent bib on it, so it gets down to a decent depth, and that's what we picked up those couple little flatties on earlier today. The second rod that we're using, it's my kind of all-rounder. It's one you'll see on most episodes, I think. Again, a Sienna. It's a 2500. It's got 8-pound braid and some 12-pound leader or 10-pound leader, and it's on a Daiwa Excelsior 1 to 4 kilo. It's a 7-footer. It's a great little brim rod, but it's classic brim setup, this, even to the point that I'm running the little atomic hard body chubby, and well, the tailor have seemed to like that so far. Hopefully we can come up with a brim. Well, we made it back to the car. The wind changed direction and probably reached its forecast 40 k's an hour, and a large part of the paddle back was actually into the teeth of the wind. Not ideal, but we made it back. Weren't in any real trouble, it's just uncomfortable, but always keep an eye on the weather. So we've got a couple of fish, and the weather's meant to improve tomorrow. The wind's meant to drop and the barometer's on the way up, so can't ask for much more. And hopefully we get into some more fish. Okay, day 2 here at Mallacoota, and it's a lot better day. We had a bit of rain this morning, but we're starting to see some blue sky break through, and it should be fine with the wind continuing to drop throughout the afternoon, and we've got an outgoing tide. So we are going to fish the Narrows, which is the, as the name suggests, the narrow section between the top lake and the bottom lake here at Mallacoota. Very inventive names, I know. And we're going to hope to find one of the big flathead that inhabit the area. Wish me luck. Well, here we are at the Straits, and as you can see, it's quite a narrow stretch, particularly for Mallacoota. We're just at the oceanside entrance, and I think there's a bit less wind on the other side in a little cove. So we'll head over there and have a flick around, see what we can come up with. Okay, so we had a bit of a hit on the bigger bait here. So what we've done is, you can see this on the sounder, we've sounded up some pretty large schools of bait just off the drop-off, and we're using the wind and the tide. The wind's going kind of the same direction as the tide for now, and we're just sort of pushing into this cove and just drifting the soft plastic along the bottom past the bait, hoping one of the bigger fish pick it up, and at the same time we're just flicking a lighter one out just to increase our chances. This is our little lunchtime spot, just a little fireplace with a park bench with a convenient little jetty. I've just got the yak pulled up next to it there, and yeah, provided by National Parks, so fantastic facility. So thank you very much, National Parks. I'm going to enjoy my lunch now. I'm defeated. I battled the wind, I outweighted the rain, and I braved those conditions, and I went for a fish, and I came up with a big fat donut. That's fishing. I was targeting brim. Normally Mallacoota, there's a whole bunch of tailor around. There's a little bit of a consolation, as we saw from the day before, and nothing. So tomorrow's a new day. The wind will continue to drop, and it's dead low tide now, like not a lot of movement. It's a really low, so I thought I best regroup. A bit disappointed with today, but that's fishing. G'day. It's the next morning here at Mallacoota, and we've come up the Genoa River, and we're just at Gypsy Point, just at the boat ramp, just getting the kayak ready behind me. Gonna use a combination of soft plastics and hard-bodied lures, hoping to get a brim or an estuary perch. EP would be my favourite, one of my favourite fish to catch, so trying our best. Yesterday was a tough day, but the conditions are much better today. Got some nice mist on the water, which is quite pretty, and we've got hardly any wind and a nice clear day, so hopefully that means the fish are on the bite, and let's see if we can go and find some. There's a lot of leaf litter on the bottom here, which tells me it doesn't get a great deal of flow. We might have to move over to the main area here. This might be a bit stagnant for fish. Maybe not. Let's have a cast at this snag, shall we? we've got our first fish. Here's a little brimbo, where he's fighting. Oh, good flatty, ooh. Yes. Oh, big girl, come here. It's just kind of rolling around these flats, having a cast. Little hard body on. Not ready yet, but I don't know how long this leader will last. Come on. Come on, darling. Great fish. Let's try to turn her head now. In you come. Yes! Oh, Mallacoota. You've been really hard work. You've been really, really hard work. And you know what? That's all worth it. I'm going to get the lip grips on her, get this lure out, and we'll have a look. We've got the hooks out, and just got a laid out here, just trying to get a measure on her. That's 60, so she would be, I don't know if it's 66, 67 maybe. Cracking fish, absolutely beautiful fish. Come on, darling. There we go. Beautiful Mallacoota lizard. Now we'll release her. Off she goes. Well, there's a lure that did the job. It's water's really clear and really shallow here, so gone with the clear. It's an atomic, very much like an EcoGear SX40, just a few bucks cheaper, I guess. I got my previous PB flatty, which was 58 centimeters, at Lake Tyers on a very similar lure. So obviously, if it happens twice, it's less likely to be a fluke. So if you do want to flick hard bodies around an area of flats, a 65 mil clear hard body with a good rattle. Well, sad to say it, but that concludes our adventures here at Mallacoota. Started off slow, got a little worse, but ended on a personal best 65 centimeter plus dusky flathead, and I was very happy to see that girl swim away. Speaking of swimming away, we are leaving Mallacoota today and we're heading north. We're crossing the border into New South Wales, and we'll be fishing our way up the south coast. Some places I've never been before, and some places that I'm very familiar with. So hopefully the good weather and the good fishing continues. My name's Matt. Thanks for watching Yak About.